Hi, I'm Joyce, and I'm from China. People think my life is perfect. But what good is any of that if my family doesn't love me? They always favor my genius brother Dustin, no matter what I do. All I ever wanted was for my dad to be proud of me. But I made my brother disappear, and that ruined my life completely. Let me start from the beginning. Thankfully, I look like my beautiful mom. My dad's beauty, on the other hand, is mostly on the inside. Mom is the prettiest woman I have ever seen in my life. Or she will turn out useless like you, which would be terrible. Well, I had learning difficulties and barely spoke when I was young. I could not say more than a few words until I was 5. Dad absolutely hated me and showed me no affection at all. He spoiled my younger brother Dustin rotten and gave him everything. I wanted to impress my dad too, but it was always impossible. Dustin, who was 3 years younger than me, was already a genius. Here, I saved this just for you. But Dustin loved me, no matter how much our dad compared us. He never let our father's harsh words get between the two of us. Like this one time on my 8th birthday, Dad made it about Dustin.
And now, let us celebrate the remarkable achievements of my son, Dustin.
Dad decided to celebrate Dustin's achievements instead of my birthday. He invited all of his employees and business partners to the party. Dustin was on stage reciting a very long Old English poem. People in the audience were already yawning and checking their watches. Mom and I were late because we were at the beauty salon. When we finally walked in, every single head turned our way. People looked at us like we were famous movie stars arriving. What are you all staring at? It is just 2 vain girls. They care more about their looks than their actual brains. Joyce, you are just a massive disappointment to this family. Go upstairs right now and do not show your face again. Dad, please. Actually, do us all a favor and stay up there forever. So I went to my room, feeling completely humiliated and rejected.
Oh.
But Dustin and a few others gave me a thumbs up. So I gave them my best princess bow and kept walking. I threw a couple of kisses like a star and went upstairs. They showered him with praise and endless attention every single day. Dad gave him the entire 2nd floor of our massive mansion. He also got 3 private drivers and a personal private jet. Maybe you are wondering why a 6-year-old needs a private jet. Yeah, me too. It made absolutely no sense to me either. But when you are that rich, normal gifts just do not cut it. They were completely obsessed with their little genius kid. I was left alone, feeling like an outsider in my own home. Anyway, once Dustin took me on his jet to France for breakfast. But when Dad found out, he completely lost his mind.
You are so grounded. You won't be seeing your friends for a month.
He freaked out and grounded me for several weeks after that. I knew I would never make my dad love me, no matter what. So I thought maybe being close to Dustin would help me. Whenever he did something wrong, I would take the blame for him.
You shouldn't have done that.
I thought that would make my dad look at me differently. No. But it only made him find more reasons to punish me. Joyce, stop. You do not have to cover for me anymore. Dad is not going to love you more because you are suffering. And it kills me when he talks about you like you are nothing. No, you are just too young to understand how things work. Once, when I was in 7th grade, Dustin had a project. He wanted to test gravity and weight for his science class. He used a bowling ball from our private bowling alley. He dropped it on different items to see the impact. One of those items was an old watch he found lying around. He thought nobody wanted it, but it was a big mistake. It turned out the watch belonged to our hard-working maid. It was a precious gift her mother had given her years ago. She lost her temper completely. I can't believe you broke it. Look at what you've done. You'll never get another one. She said she would tell our parents about what Dustin did. I panicked. I could not let them think Dustin was careless. So I did something terrible that I am not proud of. I knew our maid had a very sick mother, so I called her. This is Joyce. Your daughter is threatening my brother and me. You need to pay. I know you are sick and need expensive monthly medications, but I also have needs. Now send me the money. Your husband is useless, and your sons steal from you constantly. Your only provider is our maid, so tell her to back off. Or I will talk to my dad and get her fired immediately. Do it before it is too late for your entire family. Then I hung up with a very tight, heavy feeling in my chest. The maid did not say anything after that and kept quiet. She just kept working quietly for days without a word. And I felt absolutely terrible about what I had done. I started giving her money from my pocket anonymously for years. Then ninth grade arrived, and something completely unexpected happened. One afternoon, I was humming a tune in the school bathroom. The music teacher happened to be hiding in one of the stalls. She heard me and asked me to sing for her right there. She ended up absolutely loving my voice and my talent. She said I could be the lead singer for the choir. I was over the moon and could not believe my luck. Ha ha ha! Of course, Dad did not come to watch me perform. Only Mom came, but she did not stay until the very end. Dad called her to come home immediately for some reason. But everyone else was so impressed by my singing voice. A few people came up to talk to me afterward. Including a kind-looking man who resembled a famous actor. She said I could be the lead singer for the choir. Here is my card. Maybe we can talk more in my office. I was so happy that someone finally noticed something in me. Even if people said he was a bit of a fraud. Of course, I kept his card and did not tell anyone except Dustin. So I guess you are the child who makes us proud. What is that supposed to mean, Dustin? Tell me. People think the favored child is lucky, but they are wrong. It is actually the neglected one who discovers their true voice. Okay, wow. This conversation is getting way too deep. Don't worry, I won't go that deep. I need a favor. Can you sneak me out to the Halloween party this weekend? I'll be back before Dad wakes up. Okay, but you owe me big time. Be careful. I really want to go, and Dad would never let me. Maybe. Just this once. Yes. They are serving Chicago-style pizza, and I must have it. Which only made things even worse in the end. Come on, I will do your assignments for the next semester. Make it the next 2 years, and we have a deal. Fine, it is a deal. Let's shake on it. That weekend, I snuck Dustin out, and we headed to the party. Dustin was wearing a simple white ghost costume that night. I dressed up as a celebrity and looked really cool. The party was wild, and everyone was having a great time. A bunch of kids were wearing the exact same ghost costume. I kept an eye on him until a cute guy approached me. We started talking, and I really liked his company. I noticed Stephanie staring at us with pure jealousy. She was always jealous of me at school, so I ignored her. She started talking to him, trying to grab his attention. And he did not seem to mind her flirting at all. Hi there! We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Her voice was decent, and the crowd loved her performance. I do not know what came over me, but I ran up. I grabbed the mic and started singing with all my heart. Everyone went silent, completely mesmerized by my singing voice. I felt absolutely amazing, especially seeing Stephanie's annoyed face. My eyes followed her as she stormed out of the party. That is when I suddenly remembered my little brother Dustin. I tried to run after him, but kids kept stopping me. By the time I made it outside, I was panicking. That is when I suddenly remembered my little brother Dustin. I started pulling off their masks, but none of them was him.
Ah!
They got angry at me, but I did not care. No, you don't understand, Joyce. This isn't right. Panic shot through me, and I ran like crazy searching. I screamed his name into the empty night, crying. 2 hours passed, and I still could not find him. I was worried sick, and I had to call my dad. Dad and Mom arrived with the police, looking furious. Dad lunging at me, but Mom stepped in to protect me. So now you are protecting your useless kid, huh? You did not stop them from sneaking out tonight. Calm down, sir. Let's talk.
Where is he? Let me go.
We're here to help. The next day, the whole town volunteered to search. But there was still no sign of my brother anywhere. I texted him every day, hoping he would reply. At night, I would sneak into his room and cry. Years passed, and the guilt never left my mind. I focused entirely on my singing to escape the pain. Peter helped me get small singing gigs at local cafes. One day, A video of me singing went viral online. Peter created a channel for me, and it grew fast. But then, Dad's massive financial scam was exposed on television.
How frequently or shall I forget to?
He had built his empire by scamming innocent people. I ran to my mom and hugged her tightly, crying. You were focused on the wrong parent, my sweet child. Now I am performing in front of thousands of people. And finally, my brother Dustin has returned to me.